Good morning and welcome to the last day of the reading rush. Like, I cannot believe this is my last vlog for this week. So crazy. I am like kind of ready for it just because I cannot wait to post like all of the like end of July, beginning of August videos, like July TBR. I'm doing a plan with me in my reading journal and showing you guys how I've been using it over this month. So that's super exciting. My August TBR. That's super exciting. I think I have a July book haul just because I've received a bunch of giveaways and a couple books this month, and I bought a couple books this month. And so I'm just so excited for all those videos. And so I'll probably be filming them all day tomorrow and getting them up over the next couple days as well. So this morning so far, we went to church. We usually always go to the early service, and it's now 10 o'clock. And so I'm waiting for Alvin's friends to show up. I think they're coming at like 11. So I'm going to try and read until I have to like help start making like lunch and stuff for them because we're like cooking out. Pretty much everything is made. I just have to make like a cucumber salad. I have my cup of coffee with half and half in it that I'm drinking since it's still cold. Like, I actually have my sweatshirt on because like I'm actually pretty cold. That's why I'm drinking hot coffee. But I'm going to read Before I Fall because I'm really trying to finish this one today so I can watch the movie tonight. And so I'm at 184 pages like I was last night if you watched yesterday's vlog. So I'm just gonna read a bunch of that for now. It's 11:24 and I actually made it to 301 in Before I Fall, but my husband's about to start the grill, so I'm gonna go down and start getting the food ready and stuff for lunch. And then I have like this much left in the books, so I'm definitely gonna try and finish that this afternoon and then watch the movie and update you guys on the movie before I would like finish this vlog and stuff. I am starving. Okay, so the lineup. Alvin's still making the burgers and the brats, but we're having burgers and brats, deviled eggs. I cut up a bunch of fresh veggies. I've made this cucumber and tomato salad, potato salad. The pie I got out of the freezer so it can thaw. And then Alvin and my, Alvin and my buns. Fathead dough keto buns. Okay, lunch is all done, got everything cleaned up, and Alvin and his friends are playing like video games and stuff inside. So I decided to come out here because it's like a really nice day out and try and read more of Before I Fall. I would love to finish it very soon because I'm getting very tired of the story. It's just very repetitive and it's just a bunch of like teenagers just complaining and whining and being mean all the time, and I really dislike that. So can't wait to get that done. I'll suffer through the movie, I guess, and then cannot wait for my August reads. Alright, here we go. Watching the movie adaptation. I am so bored of this movie so much. Oh my gosh. This is torture for me. Okay, just finished the movie, and that was literally like one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my whole entire life. It's one of the worst books I've ever read. It definitely was not for me, but even if I feel like even if I was a teenager, I still would not have liked the movie or the book. And if I had a daughter that was a teenager, I wouldn't want her reading this book because all it was filled with just girls being mean. And I don't know, the story, like, of course the end of the story was, oh, make sure you're a nice person, like, you know, that type of thing, like, especially if you don't know that tomorrow or today is your last day, so like be kind to everyone and don't be mean, but it's like that's what it should be anyway. Like, I don't know. It was so boring. And even the exciting parts were just like, oh my gosh, like these girls are just being like so mean to everybody. So I just had a really bad TBR, I think, this week. Like, I did not pick the correct books to read for this week.
I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes.
Hello. It is 9:02 p.m. and we went to, well, I feel like I haven't updated you guys in a while. All afternoon I filmed a bunch of videos. I edited 2 videos. So you should already see my July book haul because I made that go live. And then my August TBR, which is Bookopoly, that is premiering, I think Wednesday, I think at 4 o'clock, I think. And I get to do my first roll at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So I'll be filming that like separately and like putting the rolls up, I think, throughout the month. So that's pretty cool. And then I finished like setting up, well, not like finished, but like I do it in pencil. So I set up my August reading journal and stuff, like with all the Bookopoly stuff, and I was organizing the books. I'm a pretty big organizer, if you can't tell. So I was like organizing and writing down like if the books were like on my Kindle, if I had them on my bookshelf, if I needed to request them at the library for like the certain ones. So I'm like super excited because then tomorrow morning I'm going to film me actually like filling it in with like pen and the colors and stuff, and I'll go through my setup like for July, but with everything like filled in and stuff, which it actually turned out really great. I'm really loving it. Like, I bought this like reading journal just really cheap. I got a really cheap one on Amazon. I think it was like $6. But I got it because I was originally taking notes, and so when I was like reading stuff, I would like write notes and stuff. But I just found that like that doesn't really work for me. I mean, maybe I can try it again in the future, but instead I actually like planning out my TBRs and writing like what I read, what I rated things, even though like that's what I do on Goodreads. I also just like to physically write it down. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will try and link the video up above or down below of my actual like setup for July, so that way you can like see what I mean. And especially since I did like 3 readathons this month, it was so helpful to like, you know, write all the prompts down, what books I read for each prompt, my rating, all that type of stuff. So super cool, because like this is for the reading rush. So this was like my reading rush spread. So that worked out really, really well. I really like it. I'm not sure what color yet to do for August, because I did like pink. It was like a red, it was like a pink for July. So like all the edges had pink on it, and then every readathon was a different color, but it still had the pink edges, so I knew it was for July. But for August, I'm not doing any readathons, so I want to make it all the same color, I think, but I don't know what color to do. What's a good August color? Because I don't like red. I'm not really a big fan of yellow, but I have a lot of colors from like the Crayola Super Tips, so I gotta figure out. I feel like I always do blue. Maybe I'll do green, because I feel like I want to do like orange for September, because, you know, fall. So, and then for October I might do purple. Yeah, so maybe I'll do green for August. That seems like a good color. So so then after I did all that stuff, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings with Alvin and his friends, and I was able to still stay keto there, which is awesome. I got a big salad that had like grilled chicken, and I got ranch, and it had like red peppers and Parmesan cheese. I asked for like no croutons and no bread, because there was like garlic toast that was supposed to come with it. And Alvin got like the Santa Fe salad, so it had like avocado and chicken and stuff in it. And then he asked for no tortillas. And then we shared a 12-piece of the traditional wings because then they're not breaded. And we got the garlic parmesan because it only has like a couple carbs and it's like really fatty. And like, oh my gosh, we were so full. Like we could hardly finish all of that. It was really good though. So yeah, glad I stayed keto. And I'm drinking some tea. It's like an organic, like nighty-night tea with some half and half. So while we were waiting for our food though, at Buffalo Wild Wings, I kept reading Little Lovely Things because I've been reading it like on my Kindle. And so I think I'm at like 75%. So I'm really gonna try and finish it like right now while I'm done filming. And then I'll try and quick do a little wrap up of like the whole reading rush. And then I need to start editing this video so that way it can get up for you guys. Cause I do want to get it up tonight. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it up tonight. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish. I'm actually at 70% it says. So it says I have an hour left. So I'm gonna finish that right now. And then I'll update you guys on just all my reads. Spoiler, there was only a 1 5-star and pretty much everything was like 1 and 2 stars or DNF'd. Pretty sure. It was a bad week. All right, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we are at the end of the Reading Rush readathon, and it was a pretty terrible readathon for me. So I ended up finishing, like totally finishing, 5 books. The first book that I read was Jane Doe by Victoria Stone. That was for the last year book challenge. I gave it 2 stars. The next book that I read was The Lost by Natasha Preston. I read that for the purple cover challenge, and also it ended up being the same spot challenge. This was the only book that I was so happy that I read. I gave it 5 stars. I tried reading How Quickly She Disappears. I DNF'd that at 150 pages. That was going to be my author's debut novel challenge, but I ended up picking something else for that. Then I listened to Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave that 2 stars. It just wasn't for me. I was listening to the audiobook, but it was historical fiction, and I just don't know. I just didn't really love it. I felt like I was listening to a documentary. That was for the 5-word title challenge. Then I read Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I gave that 1 star. That was for my book to movie adaptation challenge. I hated it. It was terrible. It was literally just a bunch of bratty teenagers bullying each other and complaining about their lives. Highly don't recommend. Then the last book that I read was Little Lovely Things by Maureen Joyce Connolly. This was for the author's debut novel challenge. It was also a NetGalley read, and I gave it 2 stars. I was super excited for it because it's also the book discussion, or one of the book discussions, in August, and I have to host that in my book club. Yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna have to find questions somewhere because I literally wrote down 1 question like during the whole thing because I was not intrigued by it. Some of the things that I didn't like about it were, I thought it was a thriller. It wasn't very thrilling. It was more, in my mind, it was more like women's fiction. So it's about this mom who gets like an allergic reaction, and she has her kids in her car. She has to run out of the car at a gas station and like throw up. She ends up passing out. Someone steals her car and her kids, and it goes through, it even like fast forwards and then goes to just like how the grief has affected her and her marriage. And it has these gypsies in it. And the thing is like, you know what happened to the kids, like in the very first chapter. So it wasn't very thrilling to me because it wasn't like a mystery thriller where like you're reading to find out like what happened to the kids. Like, you know what happened to the kids. You even read from like the gypsies' perspective and like all of these people. And that was another thing that I didn't like. It had too many POVs in it. disliked that very much. Didn't care about the characters. It was just very slow for me. That being said, I am so glad that I did daily vlogging. That was really fun. And so I can check mark that off my list to like, I've done that. So even though my reads weren't that great, I am glad that I did daily vlogging. It'll be fun to look back on. And I'm also excited that there's still a couple days left before August starts because I just need a break. Like, I have no interest in like reading a book right now because I dislike so many books this week, and it really like has put me in a reading slump. So I'm hoping that over the next couple days, and then with the excitement of my Bookopoly board, which I hope you are, like you saw, I put that as a premiere, so I know you can't watch the video yet, but you kind of see like what I'm doing. So I'm excited with the roll for Bookopoly. I will be filming rolls, I'm pretty sure. If you guys want to see that, like, would you actually want to see videos of like a tiny video? It'll only be a couple minutes of like me rolling and like what I pick like throughout the month, because I'm actually doing it for August and September. So I just feel like it'd be like almost like a daily vlog, but like anytime I have to roll for my next book, I would just film my roll and like what I pick, and maybe like a tiny wrap up of the book that I had just finished for it. I think that might be fun. I'm really excited for you guys to see like an in-depth view of my Bookopoly board and the books that I have chosen for it. So that's super exciting. But anyway, let me know how your Reading Rush readathon went. What books you really liked? And yeah, just, you know, how was your weekend? I hope it was great. I am now going to edit this last vlog, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, yeah, because I'm gonna film my reading journal plan with me, and that'll probably be up tomorrow. So make sure that you check that out, because a lot of you actually asked for me to do this every month, and I am gonna do it every month, and can't wait. So I am going to edit and then go to bed. And thank you all for watching. I really love all your support, and I love that you're telling me that you love my daily vlogs. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much. But I'll see you in another video. Bye, everyone.